The following program is an exclusive presentation of Bright House Networks. The Bright House Networks High School Football Game of the Week pregame show. Sponsored by Premier Equipment Rentals.
And welcome to the Premier Equipment Rental pregame show. I'm your host, Kevin Keys. And tonight's contest between the North High Stars and Centennial Golden Hawks will be for an SWYL League Championship. Had a chance to talk to Coach Camps of North High, and this is what he had to say about his team's chances. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, every coach's dream going into the season is to win a league championship. Friday night, you got that opportunity. How does it feel?
Well, it feels great. It's hard to believe we are where we are at the season right now, but the season went fast. I think that's a good thing. But obviously, it's a big game for us regardless. But since it, being Centennial, they're a great program and they've got a lot of history, and our school's never beat them in football, so it just makes it all that much more of a big game. And to have a chance to win a league title or share the league title against those guys, it's huge. It's a great opportunity, and looking forward to it.
Centennial has, as you mentioned, beaten you guys every year. A little bit of a role reversal, though. They had a little bit of a down year, and now you guys get to be the ones who are going for a league championship and playoff seed, and now they get to be the spoilers. What's the talk like among your coaching staff and your team this week?
Well, I think more than anything, we really need to focus rather than on the winning or the championship of just playing football. I mean, especially after slipping up last week, and I think we just got to focus on playing our game, playing football, being good fundamentally, and not worrying so much about the scoreboard, especially early on. It's going to be a battle, and they got some guys back that they haven't had. One of their captains is back, and he played last week and played real well, so they're going to be at full strength, and they're going to bring everything. So we've got to make sure we bring our A game ready to go. What
are the keys for victory for you on Friday night?
Well, defensively, we've definitely got to tackle better. We really had a letdown last week, so we've got to do a good job tackle out in space real well. Don't let them throw the ball over our heads, obviously. And then on offense, it's take care of the football. I mean, more than anything, we put the ball on the ground, we're not very good. Obviously, nobody else would be either, so we got to take care of the football on offense.
Election day today, Coach. If you would predict one of the young men on your team to go on and be a politician, who would that player be?
I would say John Northrop would be a guy. He's pretty outspoken, and he likes to talk, at least at certain times. And so I would, he's a big guy that stands out and gets a lot of attention. So I would put him as a guy that would be that guy for the election president.
There it is, folks. Coach Camp and his North High Stars playing for a league championship tonight. Coach, good luck.
Thank you. Thanks.
Got a job to do? Premier Equipment Rentals is your answer. Residential or industrial, we've got exactly what you need to get the job done. Whether it's a drill, trencher, bobcat, backhoe, or excavator, you can always count on Premier Equipment Rentals. And with our new extended hours, we're available when you need us. Check us out at 3217 Patton Way and 5001 Stein Road, or give us a call to find out more. Don't forget to ask about our weekend specials. Make your next project a breeze with Premier Equipment Rental.
Coach, welcome to the show.
Kevin, thanks for having me.
You started out with a young team, but a talented team nonetheless, but had some injuries and some setbacks. Those players are back. What type of lift are they giving to your program?
Well, we get Brian Maxwell back this week, and he actually came back last week a little bit, scored 2 touchdowns in his first game back, and then we get Adam Clayton back this week. So those 2 guys have come back. We lost them the first week of the season. So now to have them in, and those are the guys we wanted in to start at receiver for us and do some of those things. So it's pretty exciting. Kids are uplifted, and they're excited to see what we can do.
North High's obvious motivation is that they get a victory on Friday night. it's an automatic share of the SWYL championship.
Right.
Any talk around campus about what that means?
No, we just take game by game. We know that our chances of getting a league championship aren't there this year, and we have a chance to be a spoiler. So we can take that away a little bit, and that's what we want to do. We want to play a good 4 quarters of football this week.
You guys are 1-3 in league. Obviously, you want to win out and finish respectfully at 500 and a good chance at getting a decent seed in the playoffs. Talk about what that means in a Division I race.
Well, Division I race, there's 11 teams, so the first 5 teams are going to have byes. So we got to try to do everything we can to get up there in the 9 spot, or maybe the 8 spot if we get lucky. But we have to finish the season off on our terms, and we have to work our tails off and continue to get better. This has been a young group, and they've continued to do that. We've had a couple of hiccups here and there, but if we continue to get better, that'll be very exciting for the playoffs, and anything can happen then.
Coach, you guys, the backyard rivalry against North. Coach Camp's looking, obviously, to win out so he can get an SWYL championship. You guys get a chance to be the spoilers. Roles reversed here. Normally, Centennial's playing for a championship, and North is looking to spoil. Right. Any surprise of these role reversals?
I think the entire county has been kind of surprising this year, looking at what's happened, who's beat who, the parity, those types of things that have gone on this year. The guys that they talked at the beginning were Centennial, West High, North High in the league championship, and now you look at it, and Stockdale's up there, North High's up there, West and Centennial aren't up there. West can possibly get a shot, Centennial can't. So what I look at is we have to worry about ourselves. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate for us and our kids that we aren't in that position, but we aren't. It is what it is. We have to continue to get better and move on and do what we do.
There it is, sports fans. Tonight's contest between the North High Stars and Centennial Golden Hawks. Big backyard rivalry. We'll be back with the kickoff right after these messages.
Got a job to do? Premier Equipment Rentals is your answer. Residential or industrial, we've got exactly what you need to get the job done. Whether it's a drill, trencher, bobcat, backhoe, or excavator, you can always count on Premier Equipment Rentals. And with our new extended hours, we're available when you need us. Check us out at 3217 Patton Way and 5001 Stein Road, or give us a call to find out more. Don't forget to ask about our weekend specials. Make your next project a breeze with Premier Equipment Rental.
Get rid of your old gas guzzler and buy used at the Barber Honda's Used Car Super Center. With over 200 cars, you'll get superstar treatment and state-of-the-art service at the new Barber Honda Service Center. It's the absolute best in Kern County. Find a pre-owned, fuel-efficient car that's just right for you. And Barber Honda has the largest selection of certified pre-owned Hondas. Don't wait until gas is over $6 a gallon. Start saving gas and money now at the Barber Honda Used Car Super Center, 4625 Weibel Road at the entrance to the Bakersfield Auto Mall.
ESPN College Game Day.
You ready? I'm ready.
The #1 college football show.
Expect the unexpected.
I know you've done your homework on this.
Absolutely. Every Saturday.
It's always a fun place to be.
Look at these beautiful people. This is heaven.
Live from the nation's college football hotspots.
These are the best college football fans in the nation.
The guys, the predictions, and the headgear.
Go Buckeyes!
ESPN College Game Day, built by the Home Depot. Saturdays at 10 a.m. on ESPN and ESPN HD. Then log on at collegegameday.com.
Jump into a life you love.
Jump into geology.
Jump into culinary arts.
Jump into a life you love.
Jump into a life you love. Jump into music.
With an amazing low cost per credit.
Jump into a life you love.
And financial aid.
Jump into acting.
Bakersfield College is more affordable than ever.
Jump into a life you love. Jump into college.
Your life's waiting, so jump.
Bright House Networks presents the Bright House Networks High School Football Game of the Week. Sponsored by Barber Honda, Bakersfield College, and Premier Equipment Rentals.
A very good evening, Kern County. Another edition of Bright House Network's High School Football Game of the Week. Week 9, if you can believe that, it's already week 9. And tonight we are way out on the west side at Centennial High School where the Golden Hawks are taking on the Stars of North High School. A very, very important game for both schools, one of which is North High School, who's had a stellar season. Vance Palm here, joined by Kevin Keys up top and Brian Adams down on the field. Before we hear from my partner up here, Kevin Keys, for a summation of this game, as we just heard his interviews with the Premier Equipment Rental pregame show, let's go down to the grass to Brian Adams. Brian, your feel for this football game tonight between the Stars and the Golden Hawks?
Well, you know, one thing North High wants to do is redeem themselves from last week, have a bounce-back game. They had 4 fumbles in that game, struggled to get off, and got beat by Stockdale High, putting themselves in a tie for first place. Centennial has not had their players at full strength. Tonight they are at full strength of that first game. We saw them throw for the 300-yard game with Cody Kessler. So I look for a good game, air versus the ground. Who's going to make it? We'll see.
Thank you, Brian. Kevin, we just saw your interviews for the Premier Equipment Rental pregame show. You're deeply invested in your time that you spend going out to these schools and during the week and kind of getting a feel for it. But a couple days later, a couple nights later, when it starts to really take hold, what are your feelings?
Well, my feelings are that the Golden Hawks have their back against the wall, and anytime you got your back against the wall, you are dangerous. As Brian mentioned, they're at full strength tonight. Their big guy, Maxwell, is at full strength, and he had a breakout game last week in leading his team from a great comeback and a big win over a dangerous Ridgeview team. These guys are fired up. I got a chance to watch them practice. They look like they got a little pep in their step. They're on their home turf, homecoming, senior night, big night for the Golden Hawks.
Once again, welcome to Bright House Network's high school football game of the week. It is November 7th, 2008, Centennial High School. That's me right there, and Kevin right next to me right there, appreciating everybody's exuberance and excitement for this high school season. It's been a lot of fun having everybody involved, voting to where we go. The votes were dominating this week for the Centennial North High School football game. It's going to be a great night, a beautiful evening here at Centennial High School. Pleasure to bring it to you. Thank you to Premier Equipment Rentals, Bakersfield College, and Barber Honda. Here's the kickoff. North will receive a little 9-iron pooch kick, and it's going to land at about the 33-yard line right into the arms of the North High School Star. And I can guarantee you this tonight, Kern County, with the North High jerseys being all white and their numbers being a shiny gray, Kevin Keys and I will be put to the test with our eyesight. We're going to have to call on Brian Adams down there to help us out as well. So 1st and 10 North High School from the 41-yard line. North High School we saw 2 weeks ago, Kevin. Very impressive game in the Civil War rivalry, and now we'll see how the offense takes shape.
Well, they come out in a double wing, and they give it to the up back, Suarez, and he's going to be stopped immediately for no gain. Check that, Trevor Steele, the ball carrier.
Sorry about that, Kevin. Giving you a name of the defensive tackler there, Trevor Steele.
That was Ruben Suarez, the ball carrier.
I go for my first assist of the night to help you, and it's a turnover. Trying to give you a name, and I gave you the defensive guy. Wow, what a perfect night. Crowd starting to fill in over here on the Centennial side. Remember the quarterback for the Stars. Look at this. Oh, boy. He won't get a touchdown, but it's a nice big run out there by the quarterback, Juan Rodriguez, our Barber Honda player of the game 2 weeks ago.
Well, Juan Rodriguez is a guy that makes great ball fakes and great decisions. As you see him come off tackle here on the keeper, not the fastest guy on the team, but great vision and a great run by Juan Rodriguez, the quarterback, junior quarterback.
Well, Brian, a lot of that has to do with the linemen doing their job up there. Nice execution on the ball.
You know, Vance, exactly was great execution, and he did that in that game we saw against South High. He does a great job of sticking in that belly, like Kevin says, and then executing that fake, and he knows when to keep it.
Well, the Stars come out in a stacked eye, and they give it to
JDJ.
Julian Dean Johnson. And that's something you don't see a whole lot, is that stacked eye that was made famous in the late 90s, mid-90s by Indiana. Wow. That's something you don't see a whole lot of.
Well, it's senior night and homecoming at Centennial all in the same evening, and not what this home crowd wanted on the third play from the line of scrimmage. Touchdown, North High School. The PAT, snap, hold, kick, and Cameron Riley boots that through. 7-0, just like that. Here's our touchdown. Oh, sorry, everybody. No replay in the touchdown, but wow. Big score right off the bat, Kevin. Less than 2 minutes, they're up 7.
Well, guys, I know we don't have a replay, but it almost was a disaster on the handoff. The ball was on the hip of JDJ, and then somehow he picks it up, and then he runs down the middle for a touchdown. You know, they've been plagued by turnovers, so one thing they're going to have to watch is that ball security.
Well, Brian, and that's what Coach plagued the Stars last week. Coach Camps talked about. They had 4 fumbles in the first half last week, and that's pretty much what cost them the game. You can't win a game with that many turnovers, let alone in one half.
And you know, Kevin, one thing he talked about is they like to run the ball, and we talk about this against these wing T teams. They cannot afford to get down 14, 21 points because it's just very hard to accumulate points. Although we saw in 3 plays, bang, they scored there, but that's not technically typically how those teams score or run the clock down. It's more like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plays, and they kind of pound you. So that's a big thing for North to get up early.
The big weakness for Centennial all year has been their defense. They've given up more defensive points than just about any other team in the SWYL. That ball is going to be fielded at about 10-yard line.
So the first and 10 from North High School. They trail by a touchdown already. And on the front page of the Bakersfield, California sports section today is the quarterback for the Golden Hawks of Centennial, Cody Kessler, sophomore phenom who exemplifies this breed of young, talented quarterbacks, and he will start off his offense on the 22-yard line of the Centennial football field side. Kessler out to the right side.
Hit it! Good job.
Adam Clayton out there. Big hit already. Woo!
Great open field tackle out here by the cornerback for North High, and a great play. It's set up nicely, but credit the North High defensive back come up and make a tackle.
A no-huddle offense, shotgun. Kessler handoff up the middle. Huge gaping hole had it not been for a nice hit out there by number 40, David Maciel. He might have had even more. So no-huddle offense. Coach Nixon saying, let's just get on the ball and do it. 3rd and 6, 2 minutes into the football game. Kessler, the shotgun. On a keeper, Kessler in trouble. He takes a big hit as well, lost for 3 yards. Centennial gonna have to boot the ball here right off the bat.
Well, great job by the North High linebackers, Jason Bennett and John Northrup, to come up and just stuff that to force the Golden Hawks to punt the ball. Well, the Stars come out and make a statement right away on defense.
4th down, as we mentioned. A nice punt taken down there by Uruhu Adem for North High. He's met hard and heavy at the 39-yard line. So a good punt, good coverage, and North High will take over again after scoring on their 3rd play from the line of scrimmage in their first series. Week 9 high school football game of the week. Some games taking place around the community we'll talk about as we get a little bit deeper into this first half. Again, quarterback Juan Rodriguez, the junior from North High School, running this offense very well. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Oh, boy. Julian Dean trying to get to the end zone. Runs right down next to Brian Adams. Brian, is he okay?
He's going to be a little shaken up. He's a pretty tough kid. He's going to get up and go.
Well, Sean Johnson shows his speed there to run down Julian Dean Johnson.
So trouble in the middle of the defense for Centennial. right at the 9-minute mark. They will start the clock again. Unless Dean Johnson made it out of bounds, he must have. So, wow, Kevin, I didn't even finish my first sentence about the last series, and Dean Johnson busts up the middle. Now it's 1st and goal from the 5. There's a good look at JDJ. For those of you that don't know, his name is Julian Dean Dash Johnson. Dash that's apropos for him. We call him JDJ like everybody else, and man, can he do the dash. Speedy running back.
Speedy running back is Julian Dean Johnson, but a pounder is Seth Vlock, and he's the guy down here on the goal line that looked to get the football.
Vlock again gets in. Touchdown North. You know, Vlock was one of the guys that you were lobbying heavily for as player of the game 2 weeks ago, and it was a tough choice between the quarterback Rodriguez and Vlock. Vlock, an integral part of the success of this North High team.
Seth Vlock is going to pick up some tough yards for North High. You know, he's that guy who does the dirty work, plays both sides of the football, and you notice tonight Julian Dean Johnson's playing a little cornerback as well, but he's a blue-collar worker. I like that kid.
Riley boots it right through the middle. And it's 14-0, just like that. Less than 4 minutes into the football game out at Centennial. North High School up by 2 touchdowns. A very important game for them. They can at least tie with a win.
Well, the big locker room chat this week for at least for North High is the fact that they've never beaten Centennial in all their years. And they got a legitimate shot tonight. Obviously up by 2 touchdowns, but this is one that they feel like they should win.
And you know, 2 weeks ago when we called the Civil rivalry game, the Civil War rivalry game, South had just coming off a victory over Centennial. So who'd have thunk it? South and North having their first victories over Centennial. A long way to go in this one. 3 1/4 quarters, or 3 3/4 quarters, but already North looking good. Smart eating from that loss last week against Stockdale High School.
Well, and Centennial coming off of a big win against Ridgeview. They got Clayton back. They got Maxwell back. Hallam's healthy again. I think this is the team that Coach Nixon wanted at the beginning of the year. They're still young, but they got some talent.
Kickoff from Centennial. Nice job of finding the hole out there is Sean Johnson. Johnson, nice run. It'll be 1st and 10.
Johnson had a huge kickoff return last week, a 99-yard touchdown. He's got some speed. So on comes young Cody Kessler with his talented group of receivers in the spread offense.
They go up the middle, nothing. Actually, probably a loss or 2. Stan was standing next to Cody. I like to go out and hang out next to those quarterbacks pregame, and standing next to this young man, 6'2", I think he's a little taller than that, 182-pound sophomore, and boy, can he fling that football.
Yeah, he's fun to watch. Coach Nixon being the quarterback coach and a former quarterback, loves working with the young kid like Cody Kessler.
3 receivers out to the right side. Kessler looks, flinks this one out here again. It's caught, looking for a downfield block, gets it. Takes a big hit, and very, very close to a 1st down. Brian, your thoughts on what the Centennial offense is going to need to do?
Well, Vance, one thing they need to do is not panic because there's 7 minutes and 24 seconds left in the 1st quarter, and just put some points on the board, get a good drive. Keep the chains moving right there. That was a nice little swing pass to the receiver. Did a great job of hesitating, making a safety miss, and getting close to a 1st down. But you got to stay within your game plan right now. There's no need to panic, because one thing we know about this kind of team with North is that they're going to be tested in the pass. If they keep scoring like this, you might be in a shootout. Same thing Centennial got into against Stockdale. And that's what I would make it. Make it a shootout tonight. Put the pressure on them, get some passes going. And I think as it goes on, you'll see Cody Kessler loosen up. remember these guys haven't played together since the first week of the season, so it's going to be some time to get back into continuity and get a rhythm. If they can hang tough right now in this first quarter, get a score up, let the defense hold one time, and then maybe they can get this game to a shootout. And I think if it gets to a shootout, they have a better chance in terms of putting that many points on with the different weapons. But definitely offensively they have a chance, and then defensively they have to make some plays and make some stops and really read that wing T with that dot, with that belly play.
Excellent stuff, Brian. Excellent stuff.
Well, the one thing that Coach Dixon's happy about with his team is they have not quit all year. These guys will give you 4 quarters of football.
3rd and 1. Has a crowd behind him, Kevin.
Nice job by Myron Moore to stretch that and get to the edge and pick up a first down for the Golden Hawks.
Much needed first down, huh? That was good. Good stuff. 1st and 10, North High School. Exactly what Brian's talking about. Just kind of get into a rhythm, get into a flow, have some of these players back that you spent all summer with. Now they're back on the field with you. Could shape up to be a nice one.
Well, Myron Moore's a good-looking running back, just a junior. A young man like that can definitely help your passing game. You got to be able to run the football to throw it.
1st and 10. Kessler has a man wide open. What a catch!
And there's Brian Maxwell. That's the guy that he's been missing all year. And you don't see receivers that have that second gear. That ball looked like for a moment it was overthrown by Kessler, but Maxwell shifted into gears and make an outstanding fingertip grab.
Kevin, that's what we talk about all year long, about the air on the ball. If you're a young quarterback at home, that's what we mean when we say put air. Give the receiver a chance to go get it.
Nice.
Great toss. Fantastic catch. Now Kessler on the run. Starting to feel the groove right here. Might be another first down. Looks like he picked up another one.
So and this is what Cody Kessler does so well. Throw the ball on the run. And he's a good enough athlete that he can beat you with his feet. Here you go. They give him an option to throw or run. He's got a man open there.
Boy,
nice pitch and a nice catch. Possible face mask on the play.
It is a face mask. It is. So now it'll be 1st and goal from the close line. About the 2-yard line here. So, wow, just with the doctor order for Centennial. Kessler still from the shotgun on 1st and goal from the 2. Has a host of options out there spread out to the right, and the referees will stop it before it goes. Any guesses here, Brian? Any guesses while we have a timeout?
We'll have a timeout, but one thing about Nick, he's not going to abandon his run, so I wouldn't be surprised they try to just smash it up and send a message they can run the ball too.
Very good. Hey everybody, this is week 9 of high school football game of the week. That means next week, can you believe it? It's our 10th game because we had the 0 week with Bakersfield Christian High School and Oaks Christian, but it's week 9 on the dockets. Next week, officially the last week of regular season. Man, this thing has flown by here. You think about some of the great games we've had, the great Barbara Honda player of the games we've had. Next week, our final regular season game. The votes have come in, and this was a pretty close one. But Liberty High School students and Garces High School students cast the most votes, and that's where we'll be. Liberty High School hosting the Garces High Rams, so we'll get to see Coach Mills and Coach Fanucci go at it for our last regular season game, and then that does it for the voting. From there on out, we will be making our selections based upon the best possible playoff scenario game 2 weeks from tonight, so we'll take over on the selection process, but we want to thank you, Kern County high school viewers out there, for making the picks and going on the website at Bakersfield.mybrighthouse.com. You selected Garces at Liberty, and that'll wrap up our regular season next week. 1st and goal from the 2, 6.5 left here in the first quarter. Centennial trying to get in the end zone at homecoming. Handoff goes up the middle. Big hit at the line of the goal line. Fumble! Wow, a lot happened on those 2 yards.
How you doing? How you been, man?
You guys are doing good. We watch every night. Me and my son watch tonight.
Wow. As Brian Adams talking to Brent Morell's dad, Rick Morell, on the sidelines. We can hear it. All of that happened. We got a fumble. Wow. Kessler trying to get in. North High saying no, or does he?
Oh, he reaches over.
Or does he?
Touchdown.
Great
Great second effort by Kessler that time. Credit the offensive line. And big number 72, Justin Wallace, was clearing the way. And a pretty good second effort by Cody Kessler.
PAT, Kessler on the hold. Snap is up, and the snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is good. Cole Hallam knocks it through. Oh, no good. To the wide left.
Boy, it looked good from here.
Oh, boy.
Boy, that was close.
Man, the officials have a quick little word over there. I don't think it was about that, but I'm sorry, everybody. I thought that was good. So, a missed PAT. So now you're looking at an 8-point lead for the North High School Stars.
That should create a little bit of strategy down the road.
Well, here's our PAT, Kevin. It had to be. Well, it gets out of our shot there, but wow, that must have been off by just a hair. So 14-6 North.
Well, watch this offensive push by the right side of the line. Kessler just kind of tucks in the back of big number 50, number 65, Alex Trujillo. Alex comes from a Bright House family. Mother works in the promotions department. Bloodline football. Dad is a coach.
Bright House bloodline. Centennial will kick it off and takes a backspin. About the 20-yard line. It'll be first and 10 for North High School. I want to remind everybody that after the game tonight, we will have a Barber Honda Player of the Game presentation. The award will go to a player that gets selected by Kevin, Brian, myself, and our director, Bernie Johnson. Wow, that's a nice pitching wedge shot there. That ball just stopped and backed up for a second. That looked like a Brian Adams pitching wedge. That was nice.
Yeah, my pitching was a shank now.
Uh-oh. Well, busy schedules. An official's timeout.
Hey, everyone back up. Behind the second line, guys.
Well, how about Pete Mitchell this weekend, Brian, with Whittier College and Laverne?
Well, you know, we talked about it earlier before the game, and Ken, I think you said it best. Pete is just being Pete. He's just one of those kids that just has that oomph about him. You can't bottle it, and you can't put a word on it. I guess it's just like that right there.
Oh,
Julian Moore as he strikes down the sideline. JDJ.
Talking about not being able to bottle it. JDJ is making an early bid for a Barber Honda award.
Watch this block, everybody. Jason Bennett from North High School gets the springing block right here. Pow!
74-yard touchdown run.
Woo, boy.
Unsportsmanlike penalty against the Stars. Maybe a little excessive celebration.
Hey, Kevin, how you like those stats? What, 3 rushes for over 100 yards?
Don't need very many touches when you get out of the gate like that.
So all the work that Centennial put in for that nice drive that marched them 80-plus yards down the field and put them in the end zone. Boom, just like that. JDJ does it again. And North will go for the PAT from the 20-yard line. So it's a 30-yard PAT. No problem. It's through the upright, so 21-6. Wow.
Let's take a look at JDJ here on the BC Instant Replay. Gets a great block, as you pointed out, right about here. Boom! And he's off to the races. Stride length times stride frequency equals speed.
Lots of speed, Kevin. Untouchable. Once he got through there, all he needed was a little bit of extra help. Got the spring block, and we thought it might be number 58 for the Stars, but not in the books here. So if that is your number, young man, we apologize for not getting your name. If we take another look at it, maybe we'll see the number. Could be 56, and that would be Brandon Core. But don't know, but what a big block, and pow! Touchdown.
Brian, you say this is the type of game you want, a shootout if you're Centennial?
Well, I think you got to get into that because I don't think you have a defense that can stop them. So you got to just get into, can we get a couple of stops and just keep scoring? Because one thing that they showed in that last series is that there's some vulnerability in that secondary. And with Cody Kessler's arm strength and the touch, I think that's their best chance.
Well, weaknesses in the secondary seem to be a storyline tonight, possibly on both sides of the football, because JDJ's getting about 4 or 5 yards into the secondary and it's over.
Yeah, but Vance, that's not the secondary's fault. When he's running like that, I'm telling you, I'm in the corner, I'm on my linebackers and D linemen. That's your job.
No, very, very true, very true. Wrong terminology on my end. You're right, Brian. Wow, what a big hit at the end of that. Players hadn't heard the whistle yet, late whistle, so guys are still out there hitting legally.
But Jason Bennett just kind of flew over everybody to make this tackle. A great Superman-like effort by number 42 for the Stars. Let's see if we got this on the BC Instant Replay. Watch him just kind of fly over and make the tackle. Well,
what a big hit.
S on his chest underneath that jersey.
A lot of time left here in the first quarter already, 21-6. Kessler, shotgun. 3 to his right, 1 to his left. They go with a handoff. Looking for some room. Now it's going to be a foot race on the other side.
Great run by Derek Tablet, the 5'9", 141-pound junior, showing a little bit of speed of his own here. Nice job of bouncing off that block.
Chased down out there by Nathan Block. But here comes Centennial, and Brian, again, going with your prescription here of a shootout. Kessler rolls to his right, throws to his right. A nice pass, a nice catch, and a move back in out there by Travis Grifford. Oh, sorry, Brett Wallace.
Boy, with Wallace and Maxwell out there together and throw Clayton into the mix, those are three pretty dangerous receivers.
No huddle offense. Kessler in the shotgun. Hands the ball at the middle. What a nice move that is right there. Sean Johnson this time with the move.
Sean Johnson's got great feet at the running back position. Sean Johnson is just a sophomore, 5'10", 153 pounds. Good looking young man.
An official's timeout. It may be an injury out there. Yes, it is. A North High School star being asked to kind of get off the field. Looks like he might be shook up. Is that?
It looks like JDJ.
Or Jason Bennett, I believe, number 42. Shotgun for Kessler. Kessler grabbed out there by Adam Clayton, but he's corralled quickly. We're under 5 minutes now left in the first quarter. North High School leads 21-6. 3 impressive touchdowns quickly, but Centennial's been grinding it out as well.
Nice textbook tackle by Carlos Leo of the Stars. Carlos comes up from his linebacker position. 5'6", 205 pounds. About my size.
Kessler keeps it. Will he get in? He does. He does not. Oh, they say he touched. Wow, say he touched the sidelines.
That's a great effort. Great read on his part. Just kind of being patient, stringing out this speed option. Johnson does a great job keeping pitch relationship, but watch this effort here by, that was close. Wow, great job by Kessler.
Cody Kessler hands the ball off. This time again it's to Johnson. Johnson does not get in, so it'll be 3rd and goal from the 1.
Now remember, they can get a first down on in this area, so it's going to be first down actually, Vance, and goal to go.
Oh, there you go. 1st and goal from the 3. Didn't know he got it. Very good. Clock continues to tick here in the first quarter. A lot of scoring going on for so much football left in this game. 1st and goal from the 1. Kessler right behind center. 3 running backs right behind him.
Oh, nice ball fake by Kessler.
Kessler had some options, underthrew Jared Norris.
Wide open.
Yeah, he did. We may see from this angle. I don't know if we will, but no, we won't from this angle, but had a receiver wide open in the back of the end zone, but had a touchdown here had he put it in his hands. Jared Norris saying, just maybe. 2nd goal from the 1.
Well, I'm just so impressed with the ball fake by Kessler there. That was one of those things. That's big league. That's a big league play action pass.
The handoff is to Myron Moore. Touchdown, North High School. So they're going to go for 1, Coach Nixon. So let's just go for 1 here.
I really like this Myron Moore kid. He runs with great pad level, and he's one of those guys that you're gonna hear a lot about next year. Doesn't get quite as many touches as he would probably like, but he's going to be one of those players for the Golden Hawks that will make an impact.
They missed the first PAT, and the second one is a knuckleballer that goes through. 21-13. Nice football game taking shape here in the first quarter. Kevin, how was the week? Haven't seen you in 7 days.
Actually, pretty good week. Not a bad week at all.
You and I spoke briefly on the phone, but not too much. A couple of emails back and forth. Appreciate that. As we get closer into the festivities of Thanksgiving around the corner, and then get into basketball season, and it's starting to be that special time of year, playoff football right around the corner.
Well, I apologize for giving you such a hard time when you showed up today. I was watching a little bit of the D-League draft, and I was looking for my man Shiloh to get drafted by the Jam, and you guys, I guess you didn't have action at him.
NBA D-League draft earlier this evening, held locally here at Buck Owens Crystal Palace on NBA TV is what you were watching it on. Kyle Shiloh played at Garces, went on to play at Reno for 4 years. He was never available to us. He went to a tryout up at Reno, open camp tryout, and so he became an allocation player. The good news is he is going to be at the Reno tryout. So for those of you local basketball fans, Kyle Shiloh, who played on that dominant Garces team for so many years, will be at the Reno Bighorn tryouts, and as an expansion team, that's good news for Kyle, be a part of history. Centennial will kick off, down 8 in the first quarter. North High School already scored 3 TDs. Low boomer, bubble! Ooh. Well, better, not really a fumble, a deflection.
Well, that's a good idea by the Golden Hawks to just kind of squib kick it, because the ever so dangerous JDJ is back there, and they don't want the ball in his hands too many times. So at some point in time, the Golden Hawks they're going to have to slow down this powerhouse offense of North High as the Stars come out in a double wing.
Oh, boy.
Rodriguez is mad immediately.
He thought about tossing it out there and pitching it, but hung on to it. Almost had it knocked out of his hands. You know, you had a chance to speak with him face-to-face for the Barber Honda Player of the Award ceremony 2 weeks ago with Juan Rodriguez. What a nice, affable, likable guy, huh?
He really is. You know, he just learned in the quarterback position. He said he was a lineman when he was younger because he was just kind of heavy. But he hadn't played a game of football too long, but he's just out having fun, and he's just a great general on the field for the Stars.
Centennial starting to adapt. Julian Dean Johnson knocked down at about the 32-yard line after maybe a gain of 1 yard or two. And some adjustments being made from Centennial.
Well, some great technique play here by the defense. They didn't over-penetrate this time. Just kind of stayed at home and bottled JDJ up. Nice adjustment by the Golden Hawk defense.
Can't be easy against a successful offense that runs this well, you know that?
And North High runs it very well. They're patient. They set their plays up nicely. They get good play from their fullback, Seth Block.
3rd and 8, they pitch it out to JDJ. JDJ trying to make something happen. They do not get the first down, so the first series for North High School, they not only do they not get the first down, but they've been scoring touchdowns like it was nobody's business. So now they actually get stopped. What are they going to do?
Well, you don't see the punt team coming out. Here they come.
So they will punt. So a victory in the early stages for the Centennial defense, a much needed one here as they hold North High School and they get an opportunity to try to play a little catch up here.
The Centennial coaching staff saying watch the ball here. An offsides call would give them a first down. Now North High kind of flexes out to a spread formation, and they fake it. They give it to the big up guy. Northrop. Or is that Clevenger? That's Oildale Joe. Oildale Joe Clevenger, the up back, picks up a first down, but there is a flag on the play.
And it was pretty obvious. It was right out in the open, and the coaching staff were all over it. Well, Justin Murphy from Centennial steps up at the end of this play, tries to make a tackle, but Clevenger, who had already stepped out of bounds, the play was already dead. He thought, you know what, I might as well get one good lick in here anyway. But wow, a lot of contact at the end. But it will be against North High School.
Clevenger's a fun guy to watch. They just love him out there at North High. He's a guy that just will assume run you over than run around you.
Well, Kevin, he's out of bounds at the end of this play, and he still decided to go ahead and take a hit. Here's the penalty right there. You see it in the middle of your screen, the hold. But as you see here, Kern County, Clevenger, as you'll notice, steps out of bounds and says, I'll take one more good hit. Pow!
Oildale Joe.
Kevin Keys grinning from ear to ear. They punt. The fair catch called out there at the 48-yard line by Justin Murphy. So great field position for Centennial. They trail by 8 with $1:17 left here in this first quarter. Shaping up to be a very nice football game.
That's a great job by Justin Murphy to come up and make the catch on that play to save a possible 15, 20-yard bounce there to give his Golden Hawks good field position on this drive with 1:17 to go in the first quarter. Ryan, you called it a shootout. A shootout it is.
Well, Kevin, that's exactly what we're going to get into. And I think that's the best way for Centennial has to win this game. They got to stop right there now.
Watch the double pass here.
You talked about, Kevin.
Didn't fool anybody and actually intercepted out there. The official lost his footing, but he was all over it. Picked off by North High School. Intended out there for Cole Hallam, but it was waffling a bit in the air. But besides that, the defense really wasn't tricked.
No, they tried to set that up with a couple screens out there. And Brian Maxwell, you remember him, he was the backup quarterback to Brock Bivens a couple years ago. Picked off by Cameron Bailey of the Stars. Nice job by Bailey of fielding his center field position.
Well, they came out, took a risk right off the bat at midfield position. So Coach Nixon, with the Brian Adams doctrine of let's shoot it out.
North High is short a few players.
Well, here's another look at the interception play. Kessler flicks it over to Maxwell. You see it just kind of, he loses the grip on it, and it stays up there a little too long with a little bit of a wobble. And as we mentioned, Cameron Bailey right under it.
Well, I think had Maxwell ran a skinnier post on that play and got to the near sideline, he probably would have been wide open and it would have been a little easier to throw for Maxwell.
Timeout on the field. We'd like to thank Premier Equipment Rentals for the great sponsorship this year of the pregame show. Kevin, I always enjoy watching you in the pregame show. I don't make it home in time on Friday nights, but I'd like to get in on Sunday and really enjoy your interviews. You do a great job. It's been a pleasure having you with us as First Round Television. Looking forward to many more years with you. And just enjoy those pregame shows brought to you by Premier Equipment Rentals. Also, the scissor lifts that they bring out here from the oil fields. And I hear those babies are going right back out tomorrow morning. That's the word on the street. They're gone.
They got to make some whole. Makes them whole. Don't miss those days. Well, Vance, you talk about the interviews with the coaches. They make it so easy to go out, and those guys are just they're very gracious. They're giving of their time. Most coaches want to be on a schedule, but they always make the time to talk to us, and we really appreciate their knowledge. So the Stars come out, fumble on the play. Woo! I think the Centennial say they got it. Wow. Great job by number 55. Timothy King, the 5'10", 250-pound defensive lineman. Great job of falling on that ball. So right back to the Golden Hawks. One turnover deserves another. And let's see what young Kessler has in store for his team. They come out in a power I formation. They give the ball to Myron Moore, and Myron Moore pulls his way over for the score.
Touchdown, Centennial. Well, a penetrating defense from North High School. They broke through the middle of the line.
They're going to go for two here.
They almost tackled Kessler before he handed it off, but he got the handoff completed, and what a big turn of events here. It's 21-19 now. North High School with a 2-point lead.
Brian, do you think it's early to go for two here?
Well, you know, I think one of the things with Nixon is he will take some risks at times, but for this game, we're so early. I think he feels his defense starting to come on board, so he's thinking, I'm going to score some more points, so I'm going to go for two and try to tie it up.
Has everybody to the left side except the one running back. Now nobody behind him. For two, Kessler looks.
Oh, nice.
Woo! There it is. Brian Maxwell hauls it in. We're tied up at 21.
And welcome back, Brian Maxwell, recovering from Valley fever. And talking to Coach Nixon earlier in the week, he just kind of grinned when we mentioned Brian Maxwell's name. As you see Myron Moore pound his way over for the score.
You know, and Kevin, you can see it at full strength. They're a much different team than we saw early in the season against Liberty.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. You know, you talk about the coaches and bloodline. Had a great conversation this week with Jerry Nixon, Brian Nixon's father. He's a guy that played out in Shafter back in the late 60s. And the head coach during that time was a man named Carl Bowser. Bowser was in his first year out at Shafter. And, you know, 20-something years later, 30 years later, he's coaching Jerry Nixon's son up at Bakersfield College.
Wow, what great history here. Great, great football history.
Bloodline
football. I had one of my self-dubbed, self-appointed cronies talk to me about our Bloodline football chat. He loves it. I said he loves it. Tied up at 21 apiece. North High School will now go back to the low squib kick, and it's taken down out there about the 20.
Jason Bennett's going to figure out pretty soon that he can fill that ball and run it. Bennett, the linebacker, and the up man in the kick return position for the Stars. Nice job of doing his best condor goalie move there to knock that down.
Bright House Networks Bakersfield, covering your Bakersfield Condors again this season. Don't miss all the action on Channel 21 Live and Bakersfield On Demand Channel 300. North up to about the 31-yard line. I've made the mistake a couple times now. By the way, everybody, I make a lot of mistakes, and tonight I'm full of them. The Centennial High School football field has the red and white stripe across the 25-yard line instead of the 20-yard line. And so the field goal or the PAT earlier was actually a 35-yarder, not a 30-yarder. And the second down here is on the 31-yard line instead of the 26-yard line. So I'll get my bearings and my wits about me, and hopefully I'll have a gig next week.
And Richie Peckfelder does a good job for the Golden Hawks there to
Richie Peckfelder
help his defensive line out, stopping Seth Black for no gain.
The junior linebacker, Peckfelder, back in a moment with the second quarter. Tied up at 21.
Got a job to do? Premier Equipment Rentals is your answer. Residential or industrial, we've got exactly what you need to get the job done. Whether it's a drill, trencher, bobcat, backhoe, or excavator, you can always count on Premier Equipment Rentals. And with our new extended hours, we're available when you need us. Check us out at 3217 Patton Way and 5001 Stein Road, or give us a call to find out more. Don't forget to ask about our weekend specials. Make your next project a breeze with Premier Equipment Rental.
Jump into a life you love.
Jump into geology. Jump into culinary arts.
Jump into a life you love.
Jump into a life you love. Jump into music.
With an amazing low cost per credit
Jump into a life you love.
and financial aid,
Jump into acting.
Bakersfield College is more affordable than
Jump
ever.
into a life you love. Jump into college.
Your life's waiting, so jump.
Welcome back to Centennial High School. It's homecoming, the start of the second quarter. As the North High come out, Stars, they fumble on the play. A new quarterback in the game for the Stars. Number 15, Nathan Block, is the new quarterback. Looks like he has a little bit of room to run, but a great job there by the Golden Hawk defender to knock that ball away.
Didn't hit it that hard either, just kind of caught it at the right part of the football, and the old Chris Berman, whoop!
Man, you take a look at this football field. You know, last year and the previous year, Centennial had major problems with this field and the turf, but when we take a look at it now, it's probably as good as in good a shape as any school in town.
And the Centennial Golden Hawks program, a great storyline, a photo storyline, and the sponsors that help take care of this: Bunma Sabun Kam, Centennial Football Boosters, the Centennial ASB, Chaps, Floyd Watkins, Lloyd Fries, MDR Farms, Darren Ritchie, Pioneer Equipment Company, Jerry Nixon, Ross Vincent, Steve Waddell, Terman Construction. Great job in helping get this new field in front of these students and parents and family members. And it is homecoming out here tonight, and it's starting to become a brisk homecoming. Started off, Kevin, it felt like springtime. Now all of a sudden we're back into that winter feel.
Well, Brian, I didn't see what happened to Juan Rodriguez. He's being replaced by Nathan Vlock. Any word on Rodriguez? I guess not. Seth Vlock, the ball carrier.
Well, you know, at North High School, if you remember, Vlock played quarterback a couple of downs 2 weeks ago for Rodriguez. I think Rodriguez got shook up on a play and had to go out of bounds, and Vlock was the backup quarterback there. So, you know, we had a chat with Coach before the game from North High School, and boy, he's a nice guy, isn't he?
Oh, Mark Camp, super guy. Very soft-spoken.
Blocked, still in. Looks like North High a little confused.
They're in that stacked eye again. Oh,
didn't work.
They don't fool.
Oh.
Big number 77, Jerry Pendleton, along with Danny Hargis. Also number 77.
Jerry Pendleton, another one of the seniors tonight.
6'3", 295.
Well, his number is the last number for senior nights tonight. So his mom was standing next to us. I assume it was his mom standing next to us before the game started as the senior night processions with the father and mother, and the roses handed out. And boy, she was proud to have that 77 jersey on, and probably even more proud now with that great play from the 6'3", 295-pound senior. Low snap, end over end punt, and it's going to be taken out there on the run by Murphy. So Murphy, another great job out there.
Murphy is as cool as they come on punt returns. Another fine job. So the Golden Hawks are going to have pretty good field position as they start their first drive in the second quarter. Kessler comes out in the spread formation, trips to the far side. He's going to give the ball to the lone back as Johnson. Johnson has a little bit of room before he's stopped by Jason Bennett. Sean Johnson just does a pretty good job picking his way here to get this ball just past the line of scrimmage, and a nice open field tackle.
Brian, what'd you like to see here from a route?
Well, I tell you, right now they're spreading them out pretty good, so they're looking for runs, but they're passing when they have an opportunity. And again, like Coach, I call him Coach, but Kevin Key says he does a great job of throwing the ball on the run, and you see it right there. He's just so patient and buys himself time and never panics. And then he just throws a pass right there to Brett Wallace.
Oh, and Brett Wallace did a great job of just kind of ad-libbing here, extending his route, and a great patience by Kessler to pick him up. Brian, I think you probably would have had about close to 2,000 yards receiving if you could have had somebody like Kessler throwing to you.
No, we weren't throwing the ball that much.
On the move, Kessler, as talented as can be, gets out of trouble and fires another one out there, this time to Cole Hallam. And there's a great look right there, Kern County, at what Kessler brings to the table.
He can beat you with his feet. Where most guys may have been put down, stopped for a loss here, he gets himself out of a jam and throws the ball from an awkward position, but nonetheless a position that he feels very comfortable with in throwing the football.
Handoff right up the middle. This time it's to Derek Tablet. Nice run. So now Coach Nixon mixing it up very well.
Nixon's got some pretty good guys to give the ball to Tablet and Moore. Tablet gets to that hole as quick as anybody. And a nice hit by the North High Stars defense. Tablet again finds no room on the left side, breaks it back to the other side, and picks up a gain of about 1 or 2.
Head coach for the North High Stars, since it's the home team, we will give the entire coaching staff. Coach Nixon's the head coach. He's got Dave Rice with him, Ryan Renz, Richard Parrott, Tim Anton Giovanni, Chuck Trujillo, and of course the trainers Tom Dennison and Cam Smith.
Anton Giovanni is a guy with a lot of coaching experience at the next level. Coached at San Diego University and up at Bakersfield College.
Still on his feet. What a great run.
Sean Johnson.
What a great run. Touchdown.
Wow. So it's Johnson, it's Moore, it's Tablet, it's Kessler, it's Maxwell, Wallace.
That's a big law firm.
A lot of skill on this Centennial team. Here's your shootout, Brian.
Well, that's what we're going to get. I mean, once North started off hot the first 2 series with the running game, we knew Centennial had to get into this kind of ball game to have a chance. But North has to answer back. One thing we're not seeing is them fly around like they did in the first few series and those punishing hits. They're kind of coming down a little bit as you have a flag here. It's going to be from the North High Star guy jumping over the line.
So it should be good. Here's a look at the touchdown run by Sean Johnson. You can see it from our vantage point up here, everybody. It looked like he was just completely stalled, dug out to the right, and trotted in for a big touchdown, 28-21. Goodness gracious. Centennial.
Centennial has 3 type of running backs. Johnson is kind of the shifty running back. He has great quick feet, and Tablet is a guy that'll come at you and pound you a little bit. And then Moore is a guy that'll stretch the field a little bit. He can run east and west on you. So I love the change of pace that they have. And you throw Kessler and his talented receiving corps in, and they've got an exciting offense to watch.
That's the voice of Kevin Keys. We stole him from ESPN 1230 and brought him to television, and he has just been an absolute pure delight and a great asset to have with us. And Brian Adams down on the grass, our 10-year youngin'. I'm just luckiest guy in Kern County. Gets to come out here Friday night, hang out with you guys. Our director, Bernie Johnson, best in the business. And I had a chance to meet up with Bernie and the crew over at Bright House Productions office, headquarters this week. Had a little midweek meeting to go over Jam basketball. Kevin, Jam basketball. Get ready for opening season for the Jam. Tony Ombris directing all of the Condors hockey already. Cal State basketball about ready to start here soon. Bo Redstone and I will be calling those games. Oh boy. So, Brian, did you get a load of this penalty? Was this the North High player jumping over the line, or was it something else? Brian, was there an additional penalty to the player jumping over the line? Or?
Yeah, they called it a personal foul. So
oh boy!
They tacked it on, and you're going to see a kick. Now I tell you, if there's ever a chance you kick the ball in the end zone, Kevin, this is the one time I'd do it.
Absolutely.
I would not give JDJ a chance to tie the game back up and get the momentum back on North High side.
Good point. Well, he's got to boot it 45 yards to get it in there.
Well, this is why I think that high school kids ought to be able to return the ball in the end zone.
They kick to the corner. And about the 16, 17-yard line, North High School will take over with 7.5 minutes left.
Well, Centennial could really botch things up here in the SWYL, especially if Frontier, who plays Stockdale tonight, if Frontier could come up with a win at Stockdale, boy, that would.
One for those guys and my friend, but I got a Lee Corsley on that. Not so fast, my friend.
Well, you got South and West also, Brian. West is 2-2, South is 2-2, Frontier is 3-2, Stockdale's 3-1. So Frontier, they can really botch things up.
Well, it's second quarter, so let's talk about some second quarter prognostications. Brian, there's some games taking place around the city tonight. Week 9 of high school football. There's some games going on, fellas. Let's talk about some of the games, make some of our predictions, some of our guesses. What do you think? What's one of the games you want to talk about?
Frontier Stockdale. That's the game of interest.
Game of interest as North High School.
Uh-oh, JDJ.
Oh, here we go. Julian Dean Johnson again. Will he be caught?
They're not gonna get him.
Oh, boy. Is shootout one word or 2 words?
It's dash. It's shoot, dash, out. Like
Julian Dean Dash Johnson.
That's right.
Yikes.
Man, how many touches do you need?
It's like that Tootsie, the old Tootsie Pop commercial. That little owl. I guess he only needs 3.
North High School in the end zone again.
How many carries is that, Brian?
That's 4.
4?
No, he's got more than 4.
He got more than 4 carries. I think it's got to be a 4 out of 7 or 4 out of 8. Yeah, he hasn't had many.
Under 2 digits as far as carries. And he's
200 yards?
Oh, very close to it. It's got to be close to it.
He's got less than 8 carries and close to 200 yards already on the night.
Well, since I'm the mathematician here.
Jesus. I mean, they are playing tonight in terms of offensively. If you, defensive coordinator, it's the kind of use kind of just whatever you call may not work tonight.
Well, we see another look at it right here. And what is your equation?
Stride length times stride frequency equals speed. I didn't learn a whole lot from Mrs. DeArmond back at Highland High School, but that's one mathematical equation that I did learn.
Did you have Jeff Adams in that class?
Jeff Adams was in. He was in all the bonehead stuff. Skirt was the bonehead.
6:50 left in the first half, and we have a total point score already of 56 points. And we have a lot of time left in the first half still. Oh, boy.
28-28.
So now North will boot it, and it'll stay in. Oh, man. Oh, who's taking it? Big hole out there to try to get through was Javon Jackson, but man, he was just manhandled out there. What a big lumbering hit by Brock Peterson. Watch this. Yikes.
Shootout at the old corral. In comes the young gunslinger. The young gunslinger, Cody Kessler. Sounds like a Western name.
Shootout at the old canal right behind us. Kessler looks over to his right side, sees 3 receivers, looks to his left, sees 1. And they're going to fling it out to Adam Clayton. Clayton, penalty on the
Maxwell's going to get flagged here for having his hands just outside here. Does a pretty good job, but you can't ask him to hold this block this long. As you watch here, I don't know if we can pick it up on this BC Instant Replay, but Maxwell did as good a job as he could waiting for his receivers. Let's see what the call is.
Great officiating crew tonight.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Offsetting.
Okay.
Hey, Kevin, you ever wonder, I mean, I know they have to do it, but how come they just can't stay where they're at and just go 5 yards? Why do they have to go 10 yards back and then go 15?
And I love the curiosity of the young Bruin. That's a great question, young man.
Well, my thought is that not every school has a PA announcer that will explain it. The officials don't have headsets to make announcements on the field, so they visibly show the crowd, here's the 10, here's the 15.
But they do it in college and pro, too.
That's what I meant. Fumble!
Centennial got away with one there.
Oh, boy.
Great job by number 50, Nick Valov, to fall on this ball.
Well, Hallam comes up the middle with it. What a great angle here. Great coverage by our cameraman. And, it is out. Oh, man. That was a close one out there. 1st and 10. Kessler goes to his left.
Oh, nice route.
Throws across the body. Again, a nice connection out there with Brett Wallace. Wallace very close to the first down.
Let's watch this route by Wallace. Just does a great job of sticking that route, and a good timing pass by Kessler. Kessler's going to have some big numbers on the night as well.
Again, 1st and 10, first down, Kessler. This time hands the ball right up the middle to Myron Moore. Myron Moore hit hard and heavy at the line and pushed back. We'll dip below 6 minutes here left in the first half. A long football game ahead of us here, everybody.
Love the call by Brian Nixon there. He's got to keep the defense honest by running the ball every once in a while. They run it fairly well from that spread formation. Gives Kessler the ability to play action pass, get those linebackers coming up a little bit.
Well, Kevin, I mean, they got them so spread out now. They have six defenders trying to cover the pass now for the North High Stars, so there's got to be room to run the ball. But they got them at their wheel now. They're passing on the flats. They haven't gone deep lately, and you notice they pull those defensive backs in that secondary, and linebackers getting more drop, but they can do almost anything they want now, so it'll be whose defense can make a stop at the end.
2nd and 10. Kessler takes a low snap, flicks one out to Wallace again. Wallace about a 6-yard gain.
And North High's has gone to a cover 3, Brian. They mixed it up there. But if they keep running that cover 3 with Centennial on the spread, they're going to be able to go 4 and 5 vertical, and you're going to see some big plays by Cody Kessler.
Yeah, but they keep mixing up because sometimes they're in cover 2 as well, so they keep going back and forth, which is good for them. But I mean, look at that. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys covering the pass.
Kessler flying on the play. Runs around so long back there that one of his linemen are going to be called for a hold, and he is. That'll come back. Or will they?
Well, anytime you have a quarterback who scrambles like that, you're going to see some holes or some players downfield. But credit to the Centennial offensive line. They do a good job of staying at home and not getting downfield. As you watch, that's probably your hold right there by big number 70, Hazlitt. Hazlitt's a guy that certainly has Saturday potential. Just a junior.
Kevin, they decline. Brings up a 4th and 4. So Nixon calls the entire offense over to the sidelines for a quick huddle, sends them back out. They give the punt look, and they do punt. Tied up at 28. The punt wobbles from the 20 backwards to about the 16. So it'll be 1st and 10 North High School. 4:55 left here in the first half. A whale of a football game.
Pretty good punt by Cole Hallam there to trap the Stars inside the 20. They're going to spot it at about the 17-yard line. We're all knotted up.
I want to remind everybody that Bakersfield On Demand Channel 300 is your Bright House Network's on-demand channel for everything that you would like to watch again and again and again. Option out to the left side, and it looks as though Rodriguez might be back in at quarterback, and he is, so he takes the mantle again with the offense for North High School.
Nice little ball fake by Rodriguez. Or does he? Yeah. Rodriguez just does a great job of ball faking in this wing tee offense. As you see him give the ball to JDJ. Nice little hit and spin. Still on the ground. John Northrup heads up on the play to pick it up.
Looked like Mr. Northrup was having other thoughts. Thought he might try to grab a few yards off this, Kevin.
Well, Big John is a pretty athletic kid as he plays that tight end position for the Stars, but kind of scoop, whoop, whoop, whoa.
It's pretty chilly down there, moisture on the football, no question about it. Northrup, it slipped out for a second, then he said, I better get on this thing right now. Julian Dean Johnson, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Stride length times stride frequency.
Unbelievable.
Boy, they had him all bottled up. It looked like he had nowhere to go, and out of nowhere, I guess, he's not the tallest guy. Maybe they just couldn't see him. But, man, he runs hard.
It's got to be it. The fact that he runs so hard, never stops moving. You can't tackle him up high, and it's, I guess, all the cliches you can use about a guy that's just tough to bring down. Brian, your thoughts on JDJ? He's speechless. PAT up, and it's in. So 35-28. Nothing like having 63 points scored, and there's still almost 4 minutes left in the first half.
And you know, the one thing that impresses me about JDJ is just his leg drive, his knee punch that he has. Just powerful, powerful legs.
Another long touchdown run, Kevin. This is another long one. Hey, everybody, these aren't like 25, 30-yarders. These are 60, 70-yard runs. Here's a great angle from here, Kevin.
Look at that, break the tackle. That's strength right there, but look at the leg drive on this young man. Good arm, hammering down.
Takes a look here and backs off. He knows he has Seth blocked there to run interference. Oh, boy. 35-28.
Thurman Thomas is who he reminds me of, Brian.
Thurman Thomas.
Thurman Thomas.
That's a great reference. Thurman Thomas. Same number, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, 34.
I wonder if he knows that. Look at this. One tackle, 2, 3, 4.
Kevin's watching the replay on our preview monitor, so the crowd at home is thinking, what is Kevin talking about?
Oh, he broke about 4 tackles on that play.
Well, a pooch kick caught out there by Ballard. Austin Ballard brings it down at the 40-yard line. Here's what Kevin's talking about.
There's 1 tackle there that he broke. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Y'all counting 5 and 6. People ain't even buying them.
Well, great job by Tanner Melson there from North High School. The 6'1", 220-pound lineman in there. Really doing his job and continuing with the block. Kessler on his own. He looks to get outside.
Oh. Nice little stiff arm by Kessler.
Kessler with a 15-yard first down run.
Suarez wasn't buying that stiff arm, though, as you see Kessler here in the open field. Number 24 for the Stars.
Granillo.
David Granillo, 5'8", 150-pound senior. Kessler's speed option. Gives the ball to Myron Moore. He's got some room on the outside. Nice open field tackle by number 87.
Incredible. 3 minutes
Rob
left.
Peterson.
3 minutes left in the first, and it's 35-28. Wow.
Brian called it. He called a shootout. As you take a look at Moore getting to the outside.
Kessler on a keeper. He looks, bobbles the ball for a moment, but picks up the first down. It'll be first down Centennial as the clock will continue to move here.
This is an important drive for the Golden Hawks here. They got plenty of time on the clock, just under 3 minutes, but very important for them to put the ball into the end zone. They're down a touchdown. Kessler in the spread formation. Ball fakes. He's got to keep it. Picks up a few yards on the play.
2.5 left in the first. We've talked about a shootout enough times, but also, fellas, to me it seems like it's a prize fight, a title fight, and it's only in the third round, and they've already exchanged about 100 left, rights, uppercuts, and a lot of rounds to go.
It's not a heavyweight fight, though.
Not a heavyweight.
This is like a Rocky movie. You just keep throwing haymakers and nobody goes down.
This reminds me of Sugar Ray Leonard and
Kessler.
Roberto Duran. A welterweight fight.
It does look like a Hagler-Hearns fight.
Hagler-Hearns.
First round flurry, second round flurry, third round flurry. Kessler on the keeper in North High School. Penetrating defense gets in there and stops it. Now it's 3rd and 9. Kevin brought up a great point. Important drive here. Kessler goes to his right, sees a lot of room, decides to throw, and it is overthrown, intended out there for Wallace, but that ball was a BB, and it was going out of bounds.
And Nixon is all over the young quarterback right here, rightfully so. He's got to get rid of that ball a little sooner. This is what I love about Nixon. He'll coach his guy up. He'll love him up when he does something good, but I tell you what, he does hammer home the point when he needs to.
4th and 9. Big 4th down here. Low snap again. Kessler looks. This one is thrown out to the right side. Be hard to get a first down here.
Going to get it.
A loss.
With a minute 52 seconds, Julian Dean Johnson only needs about 4.4 seconds to go 40 yards.
Well, Kevin, you said it best about Coach Nixon. He's coached so many great athletes at this school, and Cody Kessler, at the end of the day, could end up being one of the all-time greats here. He's only a sophomore, but he, as you said, he will not hesitate.
Yeah.
Even a player of Cody's stature, come on over and have a quick word with him. You look at him right there, and he's saying, hey, young man.
He's talking to him right there, Vance, about the earlier play on 3rd down, and exactly what Kevin said. You got to get that ball out right away.
Here comes North High, and they go right back to the hammer.
Great job by Brian Maxwell and Richie Peckfelder here to bottle up JDJ. Wrap him up, fellas. Wrap him up.
$1:28 left here in this first half. Seems like we've had an entire football game already. Still have 2 more quarters. The ball goes right up the middle. Flock takes it this time, gets 9 yards. What a nice run that is.
And that's the effectiveness of JDJ of hitting the ball outside of the tackle. Then you got a guy like Seth Flock who will punish you on the belly, as you see right there.
Well, Centennial can hold North here. They'll receive the football in the second half. They trail by a touchdown.
North High has a pretty strong leg at the kicker spot, as you see JDJ trying to get outside. He's still on his feet. Picks up the first down and more. That's going to stop the clock momentarily. And
you know, you think about it, Kevin, you look at this right here. It wasn't an 80-yard touchdown run, but it epitomizes everything we've seen tonight in JDJ. Look at this. Breaks 1, 2.
Just great balance, great center of gravity. And he's down for a minute. I don't know if he's hurt or if he's just tired. Probably tired. He's holding his head. There's a guy that the Stars cannot afford to lose.
Well, it could be a combination of everything. And, you know, hey, if you're Coach Camps, you know, I know you want to score here. I know you want to get in position here, but I'm going to pull the young man off for the rest of the half.
Well, the Stars don't throw the ball a whole lot, but as we saw against South High, Juan Rodriguez can throw the ball. I like their tight end in a situation like this, John Northrop. They're going to throw the ball.
Behind pass, backwards pass.
That's a lateral. Woo! Great job by Clevenger. Just to fall on it. He's their leading receiver. 5 receptions on the season.
.31 seconds left here, Kevin. North High School, as you said, has a big boot there, and their kicker like to get a little closer.
They still got 1 timeout. If you can complete a 15, 20-yard out here, or 2 10-yard, they give it to Block up the middle. He's still on his feet. He's got some room. Down to about the 30. Spotted at about the 27-yard line. That stops the clock to move the chains. As you take a look at the BC instant replay, nice hard running by Seth Block. 18 seconds, the clock's ticking. Got a man open over the middle. Touchdown! Ball! Wow! What a great play by Juan Rodriguez and his fullback Seth Block, who goes untouched through the middle of the line. Wow.
What a play. And you have to remember, as Kevin said, they've thrown the ball, 2 or 3 times tonight, max, maybe twice. What a beautiful, beautiful pass with 8 seconds left in the first half. The PAT is up and it's good, and that is 42 points hung up
Well, now you see why Coach Nixon was so upset with his young quarterback by not taking advantage of some of those plays there because of the danger of this powerful North High offense. Seth Vlock with a big first down run to stop the clock, and then they go right back to him in the air.
70 points, everybody. 70 points scored in the first half.
It's a shootout at the OK Corral.
Canal. Here's another look at it from our cameras up top in the Premier Equipment Rentals scissor lifts. Boy, that's nice.
Uh-oh.
That's
That
nice.
was close, man. That knee looked like it might have been down at about the 1 yard line. Little red Corvette. Where's Prince when you need him?
Well, he's playing for Stockdale tonight, and they are with the Titans.
Not that Prince.
Oh, no. Little red Corvette.
We're talking about the controversial Prince.
The artist formerly known, who's now really truly the artist again. Hey, remember the Super Bowl when he was out there doing Purple Rain in the Rain in Miami?
Unreal.
That was heavy.
One of my favorite entertainers.
Oh, it goes through the legs.
Better fall on it.
Ay, ay, ay. Looking for some room. Still on his feet. Still on his feet. Finally brought down. That's the end of the first half. 42 to 28. 42 to 28. North up.
Get rid of your old gas guzzler and buy used at the Barber Honda's Used Car Super Center. With over 200 cars, you'll get Superstar treatment and state-of-the-art service at the new Barber Honda Service Center. It's the absolute best in Kern County. Find a pre-owned, fuel-efficient car that's just right for you. And Barber Honda has the largest selection of certified pre-owned Hondas. Don't wait until gas is over $6 a gallon. Start saving gas and money now at the Barber Honda Used Car Super Center, 4625 Wyville Road at the entrance to the Bakersfield Auto Mall.
Jump into a life you love.
Jump into geology.
Jump into culinary arts.
Jump into a life you love.
Jump into a life you love. Jump into music.
With an amazing low cost per credit
Jump into a life you love.
and financial aid,
Jump into acting.
Bakersfield College is more affordable than ever.
Jump into a life you love.
Jump into college.
Your life's waiting, so jump.
With cooking, cleaning, planning, and homework to do, when it's time for TV shows, you might not make it in time to watch. So let them wait for you. You've got Startover, powered by Bright House Networks, letting you restart certain live TV shows right from the very beginning, all with just a few clicks of the select button on your remote. It's free and included with your digital cable. So when it comes to time, you've got plenty of it. Startover, powered by Bright House Networks, making life easier.
Welcome back to the third quarter. Halftime just finishing up here. A fantastic homecoming halftime here out at Centennial High School, and it was just as rousing and involved and interesting as the first half of this football game. You're looking at the score right there thinking, wow, is that the total? Nope, just the first half. 70 points scored. North High School 42, Centennial 28. And right as we get ready to start this third quarter, Kevin, why don't you try to give us some of these staggering numbers of the first half?
Well, when you take a look at Centennial and what they accomplished in the first half, Vance, they had a pretty good game if you look at them. A well-balanced offensive attack. They had 21 carries for 142 yards. Kessler he was 12 of 16 for 166 yards. He threw one interception. Total of 300 yards in the first half for them, but then you look on the other side and what JDJ did.
Wow.
He has to be close to a Central Section record as we take a look at one of his 4 runs that went over 70 yards in the first half. He had 10 carries for 326 yards and count them 4 touchdowns in the first half.
What an incredible first half of football. Both sides of the football, both teams played exceptionally well on offense, but JDJ, Julian Dean Johnson, and his North High Stars have 42 points to Centennial's 28, but as Kevin just illustrated, the single performance right now of Julian Dean Johnson, and when we highlight him, everybody, it's not because he was the only guy to play great, but he broke a lot of tackles to get these long runs. He was hit hard at the line of scrimmage. And now we see Centennial struggling again on kickoff return. But this time it'll be taken by Johnson. Johnson looking for a gap.
He's got the room.
Johnson cutting back. Flag on the return, and it's probably going to be a hold at about the 21-yard line. So,
well, that's too bad too because it's too bad because that play was way away from the run and it happened late, and I'm not sure that it impacted the play at all, but nonetheless, a hold is a hold. I think that might have been the play there that you're looking at.
Well, and it's got to drive Coach Nixon crazy. He comes out of the halftime speech thinking, all right, hey, we're going to get the football here. Let's try to get some good field position and get things started. And instead of being on the 40-yard line, he's on the 10. And
that's the guy you want returning a kickoff for you. As we saw last week against Ridgeview, Sean Johnson had that big 99-yard kickoff return as Kessler brings his team out in the spread formation.
Cody Kessler had a nice first. Oh, wow.
Great play. John Northwood was expecting that from his outside backer position. As we take a look on the BC instant replay, big guy gets up and gets a paw on it.
Man, he almost picked that off and walked into the end zone. You talk about an early nail in the coffin of a game that you would never want to even say something like that. That just would have been a real game changer at the beginning of the third quarter. Wow. 2nd and 10. Kessler out to the right side. A nice play out there. He's got Wallace cutting through. Brian, your thoughts on this first half? The obvious. A lot of scoring, a lot of big plays. Did you see anything else in there worth talking about?
Well, I mean, if there's one thing you can look at, there's going to be some adjustments made by the defense. If not, we're going to be in store for another explosion. But one thing that I think that Centennial has to do offensively is just stay with their game plan they did when they were down 14 the first time. Stay with their game plan, get the points in, get a couple stops, and get the game tied up, and again, make it another shootout.
3rd and 5. Kessler tries to go for the hard count. Another low snap. Nice pass out there and caught by Cole Hallam. First down, Centennial.
And that's what Coach Nixon was on Cody about in the first half, is not getting the ball out there soon enough. But the young kid learned there as he got it out there quick to his wide receiver, number 4, Cole Hallam.
Just underway in the third quarter, Bright House Network's high school football game of the week. Bakersfield College is our instant replay sponsor. Premier Equipment Rentals is the pregame sponsor, and have these great scissor lifts as we get Kessler all the time in the world. Another flag right in front of Kessler as he throws it. And we'll have a Barber Honda Player of the Game winner as well. Thank them for their sponsorship. Is that another hold, Kevin?
Another hold.
A lot of holding calls.
I like Kessler's cool calmness in the pocket there. Never lost the vision of his receiver.
You know, Kessler was hit hard early this season, a lot by a lot of teams, and it's just added more toughness to his demeanor, and standing in the pocket, like you say, for an extra second or two doesn't shake him up, does it?
No, he has not developed any happy feet from those hard hits. Tough young man.
Well, he's going to do great in basketball and baseball. He's the quintessential full package all-around athlete. Right now, he'd like to get his offense back in this football game. 1st and 26, trailing by 14. Kessler, another slant inside there, and that looked like it was to... Who was that to? Clayton? Yep. It's a task just hanging on to those bullets in this cold weather.
Adam Clayton, son of Brian Clayton, a former Highland High School Scotsman.
Little bloodline?
Bloodline football. Outstanding basketball player. Good leaping ability.
2nd and 16, 20-yard line. Kessler drops straight back, fires across the middle. What a beautiful strike out there to Cole Hallam, and Hallam picks up the first down. So that was just a beautiful, beautiful pass.
Kessler just puts this ball, rifles it right on the money there. Right in the numbers of Cole Hallam. Kessler calling the play at the line of scrimmage. Throws the wheel route there, and nothing there. Great job by Brock Peterson, the cornerback for the North High Stars. Not being fooled at all.
It's intended for Clayton. That'll bring it up 2nd and 10. For those of you that are just getting to your television screens, the score is 42-28, 70 total points scored in the first half. Started off with North High scoring early and often. Centennial answered. North answered back in a big way. And Julian Dean Johnson having a half that most players would like to have a couple of games worth. I'll bring up 3rd and about 11 or 12. They might have lost a yard or two there. So we have a lot of football ahead of us as we've just started this 3rd quarter. We're out at Centennial High School, Week 9 high school football game of the week. A lot of other games taking place around the community tonight. Third and 9, Centennial trying to get things rolling here in the second half. Kessler rolls to his right, has a ton of room, decides to throw back to Hallam. What a great pass, nice grab, first down North.
Great job by Cole Hallam there to kind of change and break his route off there, come back and help his young quarterback. Watch him come back to the ball here, Brian. That's something that you'd love to see your young receivers do.
First and 10. Centennial, midfield. They are right on the field, and Brian Nixon's going to call a timeout with the football sitting right at midfield. Kevin, Brian, some games taking place around the city tonight. We won't make predictions. No need to make predictions tonight, Week 9, but some interesting games taking place. Stockdale and Frontier, ironically being played at North High School. Foothill, 5-3 at Garces, 5-3. Next week we'll have Garces at Liberty. Speaking of Liberty, 5-3 Liberty at 6-2 Highland tonight. Two teams with 4-4 records. The South Rebels at the West Vikings, and then Golden Valley at Ridgeview. So a lot of evenly matched teams tonight as far as records.
Well, the coaching carousel that we talked about early in the year, where Frontier coach Mike Snow left for, I don't know if it's greener pastures, but he left Frontier for Stockdale, and And that's got to be a game where the emotions are very high.
Well, in the last week he went to North High to play, so he's gone to both of his former schools and took care of business last week at North. Foothill 5-3. Ed Garza's 5-3. I think Foothill's starting to get going there.
Boy, Foothill, as they pick up steam here in the Division III, could be one of the best Division III teams around. They're my pick to win it all in that division.
Brian, we're not making predictions tonight. Not making predictions, just doing a kind of a Week 9 glimpse at things. So 1st and 10, Centennial, 50-yard line. Kessler, a lot of time. Then he goes to his left. Nice blocking. Decides to tuck it in. Now he's in trouble. Decides to throw it now. And whoa, the cheerleaders, they coincidentally happen to get off the blocks right in time, or that might have hit a cheerleader right in the head. So Kessler running for cover, and at the very end he gets rid of it.
Well, great job by Kessler here not to take the sack here, to throw this ball away. Had a receiver out in that vicinity.
Brian, we're not taking picks tonight, but what do you think about the Stockdale 6-2 Frontier 4-4 game?
Well, Vance, one thing about Stockdale, they have to keep winning, and I think they're another team, again, that's getting healthy. And we see almost interception, but they're another team that had some injuries that we saw in the game that we did, the last Stockdale game we did. They had Silva get hurt, and they haven't been the same. He's been back. They seem to be getting more momentum with that belly play and getting their defense back in tune. So Stockdale seems to be getting right back on track where they left off once they're healthy as well.
What do you think about this? I think this is one of the better football games tonight. Maybe I'm wrong. Liberty 5-3 at Highland 6-2. What do you think about that game, Kevin? No?
That's tough. I think Liberty just has too much firepower for them.
3rd and 10. Almost picked off on that second down play. Kessler fires one out to the right side again. Hallam breaks free. Well, obviously the Kessler-Hallam combo team is starting to heat up.
Kessler answering the call of Coach Brian Nixon. Get that ball out there sooner, young man. He coached him up. He coached him up in the first half. Cody didn't pout, he didn't sulk. He took the criticism and he answered it. Got to be happy with that, Coach Nixon. Steve Tablet.
So Derek Tablet takes it out to the 24-yard line or 23-yard line. Where are they going to mark this at? Nice strong run right there. Oh, that's what you want on first down, isn't it? Nice 8-yard run.
Well, that's huge, because what this does is now it gives them the option here to throw one maybe to the end zone. You know, a play action pass here could be a big play to get that.
2nd and 1. I wouldn't be surprised to see Kessler run. Myron Moore, he picks up a first down. So the reoccurring theme.
You know, as I went down in halftime to talk to some of the North High coaches and administration, I talked to Principal Brian Schaefer, and he said, you know, Julian Dean Johnson is doing all this tonight, and he's sick. He's been throwing up on the sidelines. And Mr. Schaefer said, son, do you want to shut it down? He said, not a chance, sir. Not a chance.
That's the principal asking a question he already knows the answer to. Double pump by Kessler. Throws it up there.
Well, the funny thing about that whole conversation is that I said, Mr. Schaefer, how many yards does Julian? He said, he's got to have 350 yards already. 350 yards.
And ended up with?
Close to it.
In the first half, how many do you have?
326. I said, well, you think we'll see any type of records tonight? He says, I'm going over and tell my coaches I better see something. So the competitive nature of Principal Brian Schaefer, loving up his players. Love to see that.
2nd and 10, Kessler out to Wallace. Ooh, takes a big hit out there from who else? Of course, young Northrop.
the Senator.
Wow.
The Senator, John Northrup.
Look at this. Breaks one tackle. You're going to hear it, right? Pow. Nice job out there, but of course, another principal just as competitive and great athletic director in Becky Porter.
Becky Porter, double duty tonight. Activities director, athletic director, homecoming
organizer.
A great halftime show, by the way, by the Centennial ASB.
Here we go. Great look here of Kevin from Kessler. Going to his left, throwing across the body. Bullet right on target.
Hallam has been a favorite target tonight.
Wow. First and goal from the 9. Cole Hallam standing right outside by our own Brian Adams. But they go to Moore. Touchdown, Centennial.
Oh, that is just an excellent change of speed there by Moore. And I'm telling you, this kid is special. It's not a long run, but just an outstanding run as he shifted gears.
Well, Brian, we see a North High player down on the goal line, and he was frantically waving the officials over as the end of that play and trying to get a number on this. Don't want to take away anything from this.
I don't know what happened. I know it happened right as soon as he missed the tackle at the goal line, Vance. I was watching him. I mean, as soon as he came down, he went right away grabbing the.
Well, it's Cameron Bailey.
I don't know if it's a cramp. The way they're massaging, it looks like a cramp right now, but he was in a lot of pain.
Cameron Bailey is the player down, but here's a look at the touchdown right here.
Great vision by Myron Moore. Nice little cutback run there.
Well, we see the reaction from Bailey there as he went down, and now he's up.
Another big game tonight. South High versus West High. Both teams 4-4 overall and 2-2 in league.
The Rebels and the Vikes. Haven't seen West this year on Bright House Networks. Didn't get a chance to see Coach Greider in his debut season. Don't forget, you voted this season, everybody, and the schools that got together and put the votes in are the schools that saw the BHN Baco crew at their campuses. And next week's the last one, so the Liberty Garza students casting their votes will be at Liberty next week. We'll get to see the general. Ooh. Fastball right through the uprights, and it's 42-35. So 7 points already up on the board here in the second half. Had a chance to talk to, well, let's take a look at this touchdown one more time. As you said, just great vision.
Nice little cutback run by Myron Moore. Mr. Myron.
Had a chance to talk today to a parent of one of the former Garces High Rams, the Lumberjack, Jack Campbell. Talked to his father today, Jack Sr., and said, hey, was your son down on the football field soaking in that Texas Tech Red Raider win over Texas? He sure was. What a big victory for the Red Raiders over the Longhorns, and we'll see the younger brother of the Lumberjack, the General Grant Campbell. General Grant next week, the sophomore cornerback. So Jack obviously excited about next week's game.
Well, I may get there a little early to see young Blakey play.
Yeah, oh yeah. His cousin Blake Campbell, younger brother of Byron Campbell. So nice football game next week. Brian Adams, college football tomorrow. Things are starting to get interesting all over the country. And the Pac-10 needing a little bit of love here. Cal Berkeley at USC, Oregon State at UCLA. After this kickoff, we'll get your take on this. Oh, big hole up the middle. But at the Rose Bowl, they'll be hosting the Oregon State Beavers. Brian Adams.
Well, Vance, they've been talking about switching quarterbacks, putting the freshman quarterback in now. at UCLA. And the one thing is they just have to keep working hard and get some recruits. And Oregon State right now is tied for the lead in the Pac-10. So if they win out, they'll be at a BCS game. So
wow!
I know SC fans hate to do this, but they got to root for the Bruins now.
Oh, they will. They will. 1st and 10, up the middle. Is that who I think it is? Block.
Seth Block. Picking up about 8 or 9 yards. You know, you talk about Pac-10 play. Got a chance to talk to Pat Cheadle, the mother of Justin Cheadle. Justin's going to get his second start for the Cal Bears tomorrow against SC. Gotta love the play of Justin Cheadle, the former Bakersfield High driller.
So you watch Justin, primetime ABC, 5 o'clock tomorrow night.
Can't
Cal
wait.
at USC. Pitch out to Julian Dean Johnson. Dean Johnson back on his feet, off the sidelines, having hopefully administered some fluids to his body. Another flag on the play. Went a couple of series without any penalties here. 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. See if we can pick this up. A pitch out to Julian Dean Johnson. Kevin just mentioned JDJ ill on the sidelines, throwing up. We saw him down on his back earlier in the first half. He didn't get up very quickly, and we wondered if he was injured, and then now we have the answer. He's just down.
So they're going to call a block in the back as the white hat Nick Ellis making the call. They're going to go back to JDJ, and they don't fool anybody on that one. Nice job there by the Centennial linebacker, number 25.
4.5 left in the third quarter. And we're coming up on Thanksgiving. Long football game. 3rd and 8. Stars go to the air. Northrop makes the catch. Still on his feet. Gets up to the 34-yard line. What a nice play by North High School.
Well, you don't see Juan Rodriguez throw the ball a whole lot, but when he does, he is very effective. Great job of selling the run here. Getting his big tight end, John Northrop, over the middle for first down.
You know, Kevin, one thing you say they don't throw a lot, but he does such a great job with his ball handling that he sucks those linebackers up, and everybody's flying up, and he has wide open guys to pass to, and he throws it right on the money.
Does it again, goes to the, has a man wide open. He throws it up. Oh! Well, he sets a catchable ball. He lobs it up there for a soft little landing. Just turn him around a little bit. Should have been caught.
Wasn't the right touch here, though. This is a ball he should have just put right on, and his window was open much sooner than that. Nice job of trying to adjust to the play there by Seth Block, the fullback. But that's the power of the belly play there that you were talking about, Brian. You've got to stop the belly play so the linebackers come up, and that leaves the middle of the field wide open.
2nd and 10. They go up the middle with it. Just a exciting, fantastic football game.
And this is the play here that North has had success on all night. It's that Sally play of the wing T. JDJ, as we mentioned earlier, 4 runs tonight, over 70 yards, all from the Sally play.
The pitch out to Dean Johnson. Dean Johnson still on it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, and he just was an escape artist here. Kind of gave him a dead leg, a dead arm, a stiff arm, broke some tackles. This is just unreal. Breaks a tackle, 2 tackles. Gets a little help from his big lineman there. Fun to watch.
I mean, honestly, I was getting ready to call the tackle, and just incredible. 1st and goal for the North High Stars.
Emmett Smith, Thurman Thomas.
I mean, if you want to go way back, here's a guy like Larry Zonka.
But you know, he has that low center of gravity. You talked about that a couple weeks ago, Kevin. He has that low center of gravity, short legs, and it keeps him churning, and it's hard to tackle him because it's hard. And he's built very thickly in that lower section. It's hard to wrap him up. So you got to gang tackle him. One guy has to hit, and everybody has to come in and fly in and hold him up.
Larry Zonka.
Touchdown, North.
Seth Locke might look a little bit like Larry Zonka.
What a big play by Julian Dean Johnson to set up his teammates for this touchdown. And now 48-35. Kevin, what don't you like about the Zonka comparison from the standpoint? You remember those old flicks of him coming through the middle of the defensive line? Guys bouncing off his thighs, trying to wrap him up by the shoulder pads?
Well, Zonka didn't. Zonka in his best days could not outrun Julian Dean Johnson right now.
No, of course not. Of course not. Not talking about the speed, just talking about how difficult he made it on linemen and linebackers to bring him down. He's just a very tough tackle, Julian Dean Johnson. Look at this, everybody. You can even see the pursuit of Centennial.
That's a Emmett Smith, a Thurman Thomas comparison there. Look at this.
Oh.
He doesn't hold the football as well as I would like to have him, but when you break tackles and run like that, who cares? You know, he had fumble issues last year. I was talking to Coach Camps about that earlier. I said, you know, how many times has he put the ball on the carpet this year? He says, you know, maybe once or twice all year, which is good for a guy who gets as many touches and runs the ball as hard as he does.
Here's one of our cameramen, Steve Menchak, up on top of the Premier Equipment Rentals scissor lifts.
Steve's an outstanding guy, man. He was at the hospital all morning in his nursing program and comes out here and works all night.
He just did the dictator wave to the crowd. See that? He just kind of gave it the old open-faced wave to everybody, Steve. That was impressive.
He came earlier and took everybody's blood pressure.
Hey, I just had my physical last week.
How'd you do?
Fantastic. 7-yard line. Centennial. Ooh. Almost got blindsided. Still on his feet, and a gang tackle at the 25-yard line. 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in the third quarter, everybody. So we have a lot of football left here. Watch this coming from your left side. He almost just gets, wow. Sideswiped.
Javon Jackson's got a lot of fight in him, though. He liked the way he stayed on his feet.
Here's a nice look at the Centennial Golden Hawks inflatable tunnel. That's an impressive tunnel right there, everybody. That's not your everyday tunnel. Big Golden Hawk with the talons sticking out. Kessler sends it out to Clayton. Clayton, I don't know if he got a yard at all.
That's the lead you had in Clayton. Stopped by Aaron Brown.
Well, don't be too quick to abandon the run here. I like throwing on first down, but you've got some good running backs back there. Tablet, Moore, Johnson.
Kessler himself.
There's Tablet there.
That's right, Kevin. Good call. Nice run. Picks up 7 of the 9 yards he needs, or at least 6. And want to remind everybody that you on demand, send us in video of you, and we'll turn you into a movie star at mybrighthouse.com.
I wish they'd have had that halftime show on demand. There's some
good idea.
Outstanding talent.
Good idea for any of you
Lauren
Centennial
Noworsky
families
down there dancing at halftime.
Oh, Bloodline halftime shows. Right up the middle. What a big, strong run that was. Goodness gracious. Tablet just burst through the line.
Ruben Suarez with a big hit here. I don't know who got the best of that. Suarez or
Well, we'll chalk it up for the Golden Hawks getting the best of that as a first down. Pick up 2 or 3 yards there, and now Kessler will come over and talk to Nixon very quickly. Under a minute left here in the third quarter. 49-35. Brian, what a football game so far.
Oh, it's been a great game offensively. If you like offense, this is the game for you to watch.
Well, most fans like to see a lot of great offense. And Kessler now trying to add to it. Kessler cuts up the middle. What a nice hard run by Cody Kessler, and he picks up a first down. Brian playing on both sides of the football as a receiver and a DB. Also appreciates the defensive side of it, as well as yourself, Mr. Keys.
Well, you know, man, if you look at that replay right there, Kessler does a great job picking up the first down. But one thing we're seeing now is Centennial having sustained drives, and Kevin and Vince, I don't know if they need to be more in a faster pace. But we're going to go into the fourth quarter with them down by 14.
That's the end of
Got a job to do? Premier Equipment Rentals is your answer. Residential or industrial, we've got exactly what you need to get the job done. Whether it's a drill, trencher, bobcat, backhoe, or excavator, you can always count on Premier Equipment Rentals. And with our new extended hours, we're available when you need us. Check us out at 3217 Patton Way and 5001 Stein Road, or give us a call to find out more. Don't forget to ask about our weekend specials. Make your next project a breeze with Premier Equipment Rental.
Get rid of your old gas guzzler and buy used at the Barber Honda's Used Car Super Center. With over 200 cars, you'll get Superstar treatment and state-of-the-art service at the new Barber Honda Service Center. It's the absolute best in Kern County. Find a pre-owned, fuel-efficient car that's just right for you. And Barber Honda has the largest selection of certified pre-owned Hondas. Don't wait until gas is over $6 a gallon. Start saving gas and money now at the Barber Honda Used Car Super Center, 4625 Weibel Road at the entrance to the Bakersfield Auto Mall.
Fourth quarter homecoming and a big shootout at Centennial High School, 49-35, as Cody Kessler and his Centennial Golden Hawks have the ball at midfield. Seen some outstanding play tonight. JDJ has close to 400 yards rushing. Kessler has close to 300 yards passing as he keeps the ball here. He's got some room. He's still on his feet, tossed down to the 20, down to about the 10-yard line. Cody Kessler and a flag on the play. They're going to tack on about...
I don't know, Kevin. We'll see. We'll see. It could be a
ill-advised block by one of his receivers late.
At the very end of the play. From what I saw, and we'll see what the officials come up with. But I thought I saw young Adam Clayton come in there and lay a hit at the very end. Let's see if we see it here. A great run by Kessler. Look at the extensions of the leg and get out there, man. Yeah, I don't think we'll see it from this angle, but over to the left of your screen at the very end of it, it was a block, but a late block.
Well, nonetheless, what a great run by the young sophomore quarterback. He's showing that he can get it done with his feet as well as his arm.
First down, Centennial. It never ends. It never ends.
Kessler's got over 60 yards rushing on the night.
(49-35). Centennial trails by 2 touchdowns. Moore with a handoff. Moore hit hard and driven out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Ruben Suarez and a couple of his buddies in on the stop. There you see Joe Clevenger slowing him down initially. But the Stars are playing playing very fast on defense, flying to the ball. Jason Bennett, Big John Northrup, 3 down linemen. Kessler's got a man open in the middle. A nice pass to Clayton. Cole Hallam.
Hallam saw the traffic coming too. He got down quick.
Yeah, that was a great pass, right in the window.
And Cole Hallam saw saw those white jerseys coming at him and ducked down quickly. What a bullet! What a great pass! Here we go, Kevin. 1st and 10. Kessler pump fakes, takes a look, gets a block. Another nice move out there. Wow. Cody really made a lot out of nothing there.
Nice block there by Myron Moore to give Kessler a little bit of room. Gain of about 2. 2nd down and 8.
84 total points scored already. All captured brilliantly by our director, Bernie Johnson, best in the business. Has a crew out here of gamers. Kessler on a keeper. Keeping the whole time, looking for some room. Gets up to about the 10-yard line. That'll make it 3rd and 5.
Well, I'd like to see them spread them out here in the red zone and roll Cody out and give him the option to either run the ball or throw it. They do just that. They spread him out to the far side. Gives the ball to his running back, Myron Moore.
Myron Moore, by the way, everybody, is a junior. We know Kessler's a sophomore. Hallam, a sophomore. Clayton, a junior.
Well, and one of the guys that probably has as good a shot as any of those guys that's playing at the next level is Garrett Hazlett, 6'6", 260-pound tackle.
Trujillo, a sophomore. Wow. Nixon yells at Kessler. He puts more to his left.
Big 4th down here. Great vision by Kessler there to cut that back and pick up the 1st down.
Wow, they never had a chance. North just they had a chance, but the odds were against them. Kessler had all that space, all that time. He just cuts back and says, I'll get 2 yards. 1st down, Centennial.
That's no one down in distance right there.
Kessler's probably going to get in, and he does. Touchdown, Centennial. $90 points. Coming right at Carlos, our cameraman. That's a nice piece of work there by the Centennial offensive line.
Good shot at Demetrius. Well, they're down by a touchdown, 42-49. Now, we've been watching Centennial kick off. The one thing that I don't like what they're doing is they're squibbing the ball,
right,
and they're giving North High excellent field position every single time. North High has had the ball close to midfield. Ryan, your thoughts?
Well, Kevin, I agree with you. You know, you never want to give JDJ a chance to go the distance, but I just have to believe he's so tired now. I don't know if he can go 100 yards or 95 yards. But one thing you see in the replay right there, Cody scoring. But Centennial defense has to make a stand, Kevin. I think at some point, your D-line and your linebacker has to say, hey, enough is enough. We are not going to allow anything else. We're going to get the ball back, give Cody and the offense a chance to tie us up and give us, and hopefully have enough time to win the game or go into overtime and win it.
9:23 left in the football game, 49-42. That's a Big Ten basketball score, or a big That could be a Wisconsin-Iowa basketball score, but wow, what a football score. They still go low, and it's taken at the 30-yard line. Picked up out there by Northrop. He's gang tackled. Got up to about the 34-yard line, but again, they still go with the low squib.
Well, this game's going to come down to the wire. Still a lot of time on the clock. Just under 10 minutes.